Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Morning guys, how you doing? How you doing? Uncle Craig here, back on the Knock. My home sweet home on the Thai farm. We just got back last night about the dinner hour from our long ass drive to the south to visit family and have a lot of fun. Relax actually. We'll try to relax anyway, but we're kind of with two different families. Our own family that we met and made on Saipan, and who are back visiting their family. And then we went and stayed with Dot's sister for the night down in Pranburi in Hoi Hin. And it's just awesome down there. Beautiful beach community, very nice, very chill. And we were gonna stop in Bangkok on the way back, but we just got all wrapped up and everything and figured we just keep on going, man. Because, you know, she missed the cats. But we did notice that. So we were gone only for like 3 days. And, you know, when you come back, you notice things differently or whatever. One of the things I noticed was the rice. I was like, is it me or is the rice like a foot taller? Because, I mean, remember I told you that they cut it, right? They trim the top off a couple of times. So the it grows faster, it spreads out more rice or whatever. But I don't know if you can see this. Check this out. Wow, Wonka. So yeah, man, it's like right here. And that's pretty high. That's, if I stood in there, it would be up my chest. The good news, of course, in the waterfront is it's receded a little bit, so I'm probably a good 6 inches below that, below the rung of the ladder of the bridge. Although when I walked out here last night, I was kind of going, what? And then I looked over here, and my bananas on this side, the trees have fallen over, you know, listed down. And there's still, you know, there's still a few weeks out of being able to be, you know, well, to be my liking. I suppose I could whack them off right now, and or maybe I shouldn't use that word, but I could cut them and then, you know, let them get yellow. They'd probably still be good, some of it, but I'm gonna try and prop those up so they can continue to grow and hopefully grow to full size, because I was bummed when I saw it, because, you know, in the previous video I think I showed that the banana heart, you know, the red thing that hangs down, it was huge on both those plants. And I thought, oh great, man, it's gonna be big old bananas, you know. Not that there's a correlation there, but I believe there was. So, and then we see him toppled over, probably because it was a heavy heart. No pun intended. And also in the video I think I dropped a couple times ago, I also had, I had major video problems. I tried to have like these 3 videos that were in the queue basically before I went south, and I'd post them while I was down there. But I see on one of them that actually Mama Bear, one of my commenters, subscribers, shared that, dude, your audio dropped or whatever, mic dropped. I was like, what? So I went back and looked at it. Sure enough, on the very end of the video, the sound, whatever, didn't upload or something, or maybe it didn't render. I don't always watch the entire video before I upload it. I kind of skip through it and stuff. But and also the end closing clip was not on there, so I went back and checked or so and re-uploaded it. And then for some reason the clip in the middle of it, part of the stuff inside where the tapestry was missing. What the hell? So I kind of went back to square one and redid that all, uploaded it again last night for the third time. But it's all in play now. But in those videos, also the numbers sequence was whacking it crazy, so I renumbered the last three in more consecutive order. But in those videos, in two of those videos anyway, I showed my new little portable battery operated grinder, which I thought was much bigger. And I came out here and I tried it on the gate where I need to cut these two pieces of metal, but it was too small in there. Actually, I should have just brought my hammer out right now because I thought I might need to cut. But what I did was I took off the guard and I attached the big blade to it, although it doesn't have, it's not a big blade mount. So right now it's just wedged in there. I just screwed that down real tight, so I'm hoping that it doesn't get all wonky and come flying off of here when I do this. But here, we can try it. I don't want to push on it. But I think I probably have to put some more pressure on it. I need two hands for that, and also protect my face. I'm gonna wrap my head with this towel. All right, man. Let me do that. I'll get back at you. Yeah, well, that cut about, I don't know, 80–90% through before the battery took a crap. So I got two batteries, but I forgot to bring it out here, so I was walking and talking. So now I'll go get my other battery, let this one charge, and hopefully I'll be able to cut through at least one of them before the sun comes bearing down on me. I didn't want to do anything today, actually, because I drove so much in the last couple of days. I drove all the way down there. It took about 7.5 hours to get down south, right past Bangkok and all that. And it's a holiday weekend. Although on the way back we took the toll roads, because they're all free during the holiday for Mother's Day. So that's pretty cool. Made some good time. But yeah, again, another 7.5 hours or whatever, 7 hours back up here. Whew. I haven't driven in a long time. This is the first time we left the farm really here in about 18 months. So, or no, a year and 8 months. So that's 20 months. So yeah, it was quite the journey. I mean, we've gone a little bit up here to the next border up here for the province, up the road to get wood and stuff. We went back down that way to the next province to go to that date farm and stuff, but that's about it. Anyway, let me get this battery. I'll get back at you. Yeah, well, it did cut through it, so here, check it out. I don't know if you can see it. Where the hell's the camera? Oh yeah. So it did cut through it finally. But now I got to do this other side. The other side is not as flush, right? So that's why I got the big blade, was to try and fit it in there. We'll see if we can do that. What I did find out though, there's my wife's little bush cutter, battery bush cutter that she got from Lazada. actually has the same batteries. So now, you know, if I run out of battery, I'll have another one because the other one's charging. So we got 4 of these batteries between the 2 devices. That's pretty cool. All right, man, let me get at it and I'll get back at you. Well, I got going on it a little bit, but you can see over there. But yeah, all 4 batteries are not charged enough. Cut through the rest of that. Because it doesn't cut like a normal grinder, right? I mean, it does, but not with the same power. It's probably not designed for that. Good for PVC and, you know, small pieces of bamboo, probably, stuff like that. But still did the job, so I'll just wait later today, charge up a few batteries. Should be enough. I probably only need 1 more charge. Cut through that. I mean, that's what I bought this for. Let me adjust this. Yeah, I got my nose burns from the sparks. But you know, I bought it just for that purpose, to cut only those 2 bars, so I didn't have to buy a generator or run electricity out here right now anyway. But you know, it'll serve the purpose. I probably will use it for cutting PVC and stuff like that. I might try to cut some of that tube steel today, because I thought I would I thought I'd stay out of the sun maybe and do some work in my shop, because you know, I'm always looking to improve the shop somehow, because it's always a mess. Doesn't matter if I make it all nice. I probably got, I don't know how many videos of me making the shop kind of nicer or neater, hanging shit up and stuff. But you know, you start working a couple projects at the same time and then it's all trashed again. But this time I think I'm gonna do a little different. So let me think about that and I'll get back at you. Alrighty. Well, I'm here in my shop and I'm sitting down because I'm already tired. And let me see. Oh, check in 8:04 in the morning. Get all that gate cut. And so yeah, I'm gonna task the shop today, because you know, I've been meaning to do something about this, and you know, I think might have had a couple of comments on it before, as well as I think maybe shared that, or 1 or 2 subscribers that were here gave me some ideas. But if you can see right up here behind me, all these pipes and everything I have sitting up here are always, they're not always in the way, but you know, I think if I have a hat on or something, or like this, it's right here, you know. But usually I don't wear a hat or something in here. In the morning I do, just so I don't get the cobwebs or anything. But for the most part, all this stuff is, you know, disorganized, I guess, and it starts to fall down. You know, then I started hanging stuff on it, and just, you know, it doesn't look very organized, does it? So this was my idea. At first I thought I would use wood, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. But so I do need to have somewhere to basically to hang all these long pipes and stuff. I did think of mounting something on this wall, you know, big, and I might even still do that on a bigger scale, get some flat bar and bend it and then bolt it to the wall so I can hang, you know, big stuff, or maybe even put this kind of stuff on the wall. But shoot, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should just do that. Damn it, my brain, man, brain fading. Because my original thought was that I would do today was right here. So these metal bars, you know, they go all the way up and over. And so I thought if I had kind of like a catch thing here, like so, it's like this, and then it has a bar coming down like where my hand is, right? and then and I just drop the pipes in there, right? I put one over here, and I put one over here, and then I just slide all the pipes, you know, in this part, in that slot, and then and that'd be a good place for them. And I would make that. Well, at first I thought about wood and I could clamp it and stuff, but you know, I got a welder, so I should be able to make a bracket that comes down, and then it's an L base. Well, and probably not an L. I'll probably have to make a bracket with another, you know, flat bar on the top, so to speak, so that I can weld that section good and strong to that bar, to that beam, and then, you know, the rest will be supporting, and I can put a bunch of stuff in there. And then I would do it also for this side, or maybe even do two. That's right, yeah, I thought of actually doing one low, one high, and one low, one high. Then I'd have 4 areas in which to put this kind of stuff, which might even serve me better, because then I could say, okay, well, this is all the, you know, the whatever, the PVC, you know, under 1 inch or whatever, and then another one maybe the PVC for everything over 1 inch. And which just reminds me now that if I want to put 3-inch PVC up there for any further reasons, I need to make the gap in that bar at least this wide, so that it can fit up there if I need it to be. Then not that short piece, but you know, if I had a longer piece. That normally you get these and they're like, you know, 4 meters I think or something, and I'll cut a piece off. I'll be left with a long piece maybe, so I can put that up in there. And then you know, maybe on the other side stuff for, like, I have this well, electrical conduit, or otherwise you know, for cables and stuff to seal it up. But yeah, and so I figure, you know, if I'm looking at this and all this stuff is, like, you know, much higher and it's tucked in there real nice, that'll open up this space more, and it'll make me, you know, certainly make me feel like I have more space in here, more organized. Although, you know, I mean, you can look at it, it's not organized. But I really, you know, sometimes this thing falls down over here and go whack, and I'll come walking around the corner, smack it. So I really would like to do that, and it seems easy enough, but it's actually going to be a little bit of work. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Because I was just thinking, you know, where are we gonna get the metal? I have a couple scraps. I have this scrap. I have these that are original from that same stuff, and welding that rusty old one to the same type of rusty old one over there, you know, might be a lot better. And then I don't know if I thought maybe I could cut it and then just fold it on the angles I need to, but I don't know if that would. It'd probably bend easier because it has a fold. But anyway, I thought I would use this metal tube bar, and then I could just, you know, make another one going up and then another one coming out. Let me take a look at it. So the idea would be that I'd have one right here, and then another one would come down, and then the other one would come out. So maybe it needs to be longer. I know I need at least 6 or 8 inches that I would weld across here to hold that thing, you know. And then and I do have one piece of that bar out front, but I think I wanted to use it for something else. But then I remembered, or I just saw actually, like the blue steel, man. This was that bed frame that I cut up, and what did I use that for? Dang, man. I already forget. Maybe I forgot. Oh no, right there, the basically the bench frame for my shop, my first little shop bench over here. But anyway, yeah, it looks like there's enough steel here, so I can cut this up into what I'll need is if I'm gonna do doubles, I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 times 6, 12, 4 times 6, 24 pieces. Ew. Do I have enough over here? 24 pieces. And each piece, let's look at each piece in its aggregate form or whatever, or terminology. No idea what I did with my tape measures. Usually they'd be sitting right in front of me. Here it is, right in front of me. So I'm gonna set this down. Show you how I do this. Or how I will do this. Basically, I'm gonna put one piece of metal there, probably about like that, and then the other one, it's got to be 3 inches, so 1, 2, 3, and then it should be about, careful, should be about, oh, I don't know, that long will be alright, so 18 inches. So you figure 18 inches for each one, because I'm going to cut it up, right, in 3, I'll cut the 18-inch piece in 3 pieces to weld it together before I actually weld it to the bar. And I'll need 18 inches once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 18-inch pieces. And this bar (46), so 8 and 8, 32, or 3 times 18, 30, 42, right? 44, 30. I can't even do math this early in the morning. 30, 3 times 8, yeah, 54. 54, and no, I don't have enough length there. So I got 32, I can go 1, 2, 3 sets, and then I need 4 sets. So I'll probably go, so these can be cut to give me 3 or 6 sets of 18 inches. And then I'll probably use the top bar for the last set of 18 inches. Yeah. I need to set up my electric grinder for that to be cutting all that. Yeah, buddy. Whoa. That's right. I think this shop table tilts a little bit that way. Oh man. And there are some mosquitoes. Put my fan on. I usually have the fan on blowing towards the ground, right? Because that's where mosquitoes like to hang out, so I'll blow them away so they don't bite my feet, man. Because that's annoying. Always look at this grinder with a bit of trepidation, if that's the word. One of these days, I think it's, you know, it wants to get me again. just swap out my saw blade. I always use a marker to mark up the side of the blade that's supposed to be facing up so the cut is correctly. A lot of times if you put the saw blade on there wrong, I mean, it'll cut, but it'll seem like it's not cutting. It's a much harder cut, and you'll start, almost burning through the wood because you're trying to cut it backwards. So it's important to have the blade go in the right direction to get a good cut. Easier cut, I should say. And where's my extension cord? What'd you do with it, Craig? There it is. Yeah, I was glad to get home actually after that trip down south. It felt like I was gone a long time. And I was gone, 3 days, 4 days, 3 nights. Weird that it felt like a long time because I traveled so much in my life. That would be a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? And you know what they say about when you're cutting stuff? Measure twice, cut once. Because if I cut this stuff up and it's the wrong length, then that would be a bummer, especially if I cut all the metal up, right? I'm just going to cut one set. See if I got the length right. And then I'll use that set as the markers for all the others, yeah? Well, let me cut this. I know y'all don't want to hear the grinding. I'll get back at you. Woo! Kind of crude. It's a little longer than I first. I think it's at 18 and it's at 19 and a half the piece, which is good, or is better, because yeah, it looks like I might need it a little longer. So let me go check it out and we'll see if I can weld one together as a model. And let's check it out. All right, back at you. Oh, yeah. That hand grinder, a little uneven, so I decided to use my chop saw. Make sure I can get clean edges. And at the same time, maybe start a fire down here, but hey man, that's why I need more bench space. Of course, I don't want all these sparks flying around with all my chemicals over there, do I? All right, man, let me chop it up. Back at you. Alrighty, well, I have finished cutting all the metal into 3 different sizes. And interesting enough, all that big old blue rack that I cut up, these are the only 2 pieces that are left over. So this one here, and then one over here, and then all of that came out of that big old blue rack, which, you know, I guess that's what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to use scrap to make something else. I don't want to go buy no more metal. If I was going to buy metal, I would have bought the flat bar, because that would have worked. I probably could have bent flat bar and then just welded it. But, or actually, you know, I probably could use my truck and flatten this bar. Don't get me thinking. But yeah, so the idea is that I'm just gonna take this stuff now. I got my welder here and my gloves, and I'm gonna weld it. Just like that. Or should I do it like that? No, it's gotta be like, actually I think it's gotta be like this. No, it's gotta be like that. Yeah. So this part will be welded to the beam, and then it'll hang down and hang over, and I'll be able to put all the stuff in there. So let me do that. I'm gonna weld it. I think I have to start putting my welding helmet in a plastic bag because I just spent like 10 minutes digging out all the little, you know, mud nests in there and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm kind of anxious to see if it'll do. The one good thing also about this blue steel part, whatever, this old blue stuff, is thicker. It's the good thickness, so it'll weld a lot easier, you know, because when you're using that, you know, rod welding or whatever, stick welding, right? The other stuff, like that silver stuff, it can burn through there too. I mean, if you're not a perfect welder, I'm not. I learned how to do this stuff here, so, and thank you, YouTube. And but yeah, I found out, you know, the thinner the stuff, it's hard to weld it unless you're really good eye, go slow and keep your distance and all that. But with the thicker stuff, it's easier to just lay a bead, and it kind of seems to be a lot smoother. So I'm happy about that it's actually the blue stuff. That way I don't have to like re-weld and try and rig it. All right, man, let's do it. Let's get some welding done. Okay, well, I've been welding, but I got interrupted because my wife has cornered something into the bathroom, and she says she can't take a shower unless I get it out of there. But real quick, ouch. Yeah, welding these, I got 3 of them done. I'm doing another one, but now I gotta go get a, matter of fact, I should probably use my welding glove. It's not a snake. I know you were thinking, you're probably thinking it was a snake, but it's a gecko. So it's one of those big old fat colorful ones, about the size of a cat. Matter of fact, wait a minute, why don't you just put the cat in there? I think the cat would at least scare it. I mean, she could just bang the wall with a stick or something and chase it out. It probably came in like over here because we keep the windows open. So he probably crawled up the piling or whatever side of the house, went into the opening, and then made his way over, you know, to the bathroom area. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. She closed the doors to lock him in there, I think. Where are you? Oh, there he is. Hey, you see him? See him right there? He is a big one. He has nowhere to go. Whoa, and he's fast. So what I'm gonna do, actually, instead of, let's see if his leg's messed up. I can't see that good. Looks like he might have been shedding. So they are fast. And what I'm gonna do is see if I can't chase them out of the bathroom over here to the windows, and then he'll go out the window. Yeah, but I can't do that with my camera hand, so well, a little trickier than I thought. That wasn't working, so and then I remembered, oh man, I got my bum gun in there. So I started spraying him down so he can't stick his sticky feet on the walls. And he fell onto the floor where I was able to just jump on him, check him out. He's kind of pissed. He was barking at me. But I'm gonna take him back here to the tree. Actually, one of these was swimming in the pond over here before, but I'm sure he'll appreciate the fact that I'm gonna let him go over here. Okay, bro. Bank. There you go, man. Probably thinking, dang, that was brutal. Yeah. Move. Move. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here. Yep. That was him telling me to piss off. But hey, mission accomplished. That was the other thing. Ow. Gotta pull my pants up. I don't have my belt. But yeah, I was gonna start welding over there, and then I realized that I had my short sleeve shirt on, and I had my short pants on, so I needed to go put my Levi's on with my boots, and the Levi's outside of the boots so them hot molten embers don't fall inside my boots. I think I made that mistake one time in the beginning when I was like, oh, I want to cover my feet, so I put my boots on, but I didn't have my pants covering the outside of the boot, you know. And then sure enough, dang, hot was it an ember? I don't know, I think embers are wood, but anyway, molten metal dropped in my damn boot, and fortunately it was burning my pant leg that was tucked inside my boot before it got to my actual leg. But I felt the pain, I mean, I felt the heat and said, whoa, what the, yeah. And then I realized, oh, you know what, the pant leg goes outside the boot when you're welding. You know, some of the yard work and stuff, I mean, it's probably always good to do that so your boots don't fill up with debris of any kind when you're working. But you know, sometimes I have my boot socks on, so I can, you know, I don't mind just pulling up my boots. Come on, stupid. Anyway, yeah. Well, I guess I'll have to get back at it. So, 4 more to go. I'll have all 8 welded. And then I already took the first one. I kind of held it up against the metal over there. It looks all right. So I'm gonna weld the rest of them, and I'm gonna start putting them up on the beams. Taking a lot longer than I thought, man. This is definitely an all-day project. I think I was starting to talk to y'all at 8 o'clock or something. It's already 11:45. That's almost 4 hours. All right, man. More later. Back at you. Well, it looks like maybe 8 of them was too much. I don't know. But here, take a look. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them into place. And right now I'm gonna see if I can't throw some PVC and make it look pretty. All right, back at you. Yep, well, I am done. Finally. For now, anyway. Got it up there. I think it looks 100% better, but you know, I'll have to look at that shot, you know, when you do it before and after. So I'll look at that shot in the video and then look at it up here, check it out. Boom. So that whole mess is now on these two rungs. I even disassembled the door frame and put its pieces up there. So yeah, pretty good, huh? I think I have earned an Escola. Yeah. Put water in there. Like I said, I was going to use wood. Kind of like this pieces, whatever. But this piece right here, I just remembered that the guys over at the Korean Cry, the knockdown house where we got our knockdown, and where it looks like one of our neighbors might get one too. He gave me this because they make hammer handles out of this cut. Carve it down a little bit, but this wood here is Chinchan. No, that's not a racist Chinese thing. It's Chinchan is rosewood, actually, translation anyway. And it's like super hard, and not only is it hard, but it carries the tone. So you know that, you know, the Thai xylophone. Yeah, I want to make one, man, and I could make it out of any wood, any old wood, but Chinchan is the wood that most of the really classic ones, I think, are made out of, because it's, you know, good wood, man, and it has that, you know, it has that sound that you want. Well, what time is it now? Now it's after 2 o'clock, so I have been working on that all day. But I'm not finished with my chores because I think those batteries are all charged up. So I want to go cut the rest of that front gate. And that's what I'm going to do before I shower and die from exhaustion. So, if you watched all that and you found it entertaining or just ridiculous, then thanks for watching. And keep watching for more ridiculous things here on the Button Off.